Okay, so you opened up the barrel that I bought you, and what did you show me just now?
It's got it's got horseshoes for handles on the side, and that is so
Isn't
awesome.
it cute? Isn't it
Yes.
cute? Okay,
Yes.
so here's what I think that you need. Um, I'm gonna show it, and I think you could make these yourself. Let's see. There we go. Isn't that funny?
Yes.
Look at the motorcycle, the chicken on the motorcycle.
I was looking at that. They use stainless steel. I think I could use mild steel on that. I think if I
I
treated
think
it,
you
yeah.
could do that. You could make that.
That's
Aren't those
hilarious.
so cute?
That is really funny. I like that.
Yeah, a guy showed me, he had that on his grill the other day and I was dying.
Oh, that is so rad.
All right. So today is Layla's fifth grade promotion, and we just dropped her off, and then we went to the gas station that we usually do car picnic from. Okay. And my ex-husband is with me. Joe is with me. And I go, this is my ex-husband, baby daddy. And he goes, that's quite the introduction. She's like, look, I get along with my ex too. We think it's cool here. And these ladies have seen me at my worst. And I said, hey, we've been talking about you on the show. And they go, show? I thought we've had this, like, I thought they knew exactly who I thought we've conversed about it. They're like, what show? And I'm like, oh, well, if you ever listen to the ladies from the car picnic, we're talking about you.
That's awesome.
Are you coming up tomorrow?
As far as I know.
Okay, no pressure or anything, but if you're coming up tomorrow, let me, because there's a new barber shop in Copperopolis, and I want you to go in there and get a haircut, and my ex and Joe will meet you. He's going to get one too.
Okay.
If you want to do that.
Do they do the hot shaving cream on the back of the neck?
I don't know. It's a men's barber shop. But
So
allegedly there's a woman in there who specializes in curly hair. So I want to talk to her. I'm going to go down there too.
Yeah.
So I want to go in there and talk to her.
Yeah, I know. Your hair is getting so long now too. Oh my
Isn't
gosh.
it?
Yes.
Dude, it's getting so, like, this is the longest it's ever been.
Like,
and that was due to COVID because I couldn't go get my hair cut. So I just put deep conditioner in it every day and put it in a bun.
When you see your kids and they're gone for a couple of weeks and they come back and like something's different about you. Oh yeah, you grew 2 inches. It's like I see you every single day, so it doesn't register until you have it this way where it's like over to the left or the right of you and coming down and like cascading off. You're like, wow, your hair's a lot longer now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Victoria, they're hard to find because a curly hair trim, like 4 inches of hair, that's like 6 years of growth. So if they can't cut like more than half an inch or I will lose my mind. They're very hard to find. Okay, so we're going to talk about the police. Okay.
This is my favorite
story. Let's do this. Okay.
I love this.
So yesterday, I'm on my way to see you. I am jamming to see you. As soon as the show was over, I cut out because I already had appointments. I had my whole day lined up, right? Well, everybody knows that I love a Diet Coke, a large Diet Coke from McDonald's. They're $1.08. It hits different. The carbonation does. So, hi, Paul.
Morning, Paul.
Hey, Danette. This is my friend Danette right here. Okay, so I go and I'm driving around the corner and there are sheriffs everywhere, right? And I look and I see my friend's daughter with the police. Oh. And I'm like, damn it, right? So I pull into the McDonald's and my Jeep's above all the other cars. So I'm just literally sitting there staring and I see her looking at her phone. But I've gone with my friend to pick her daughter up from school before. And when she's frustrated and can't get a hold of her mother, which we learned because we were late picking her up, I saw that look on her face from across the street that she obviously was trying to get a hold of her mom and she couldn't, right? And I'm like, damn it, I need to go over there. I can't just leave this girl. So my friend, like, I have like 3 friends up here, and this is one of their daughters, right? And I'm like, damn it. So I go over there and I pull up and she's looking at her phone and I said, do I need to call your mom? Yes, Madden, please. And she's crying. So I pull over and I go up to the police and I'm like, are you allowed to tell me what's going on? I'm their friend. I can get a hold of her mom. Let me see what I can do. And he goes, definitely get a hold of her mom. She's in a stolen truck. And I'm like, I said, what? And they said, that truck right there, we busted her in it with her friend and it's stolen. And I'm like, all right. So I'm calling her mom and her mom's not picking up. And I have to like text her. I'm like, dude, I'm standing with your daughter and the cops. So then the cop is talking to me and she pops off at the cop, right? And I go, get over there. Go stand over there. What are you doing? This is an authority figure. Do what he tells you to do.
They
right?
don't just ground you for a day. They've got tools to lock you up.
Like you're lucky. I go, you are lucky I'm here. Like they can arrest you for this. You're in a stolen truck, right? So she tells me this story about how this truck was stolen the night before. She didn't know it was stolen. Her boyfriend didn't know it was stolen, which, you know,
they never do. They never do.
They don't
Everybody
know,
caught
right?
in a stolen car has the worst luck ever because they just have a friend who lent them a car.
So then the police officer was like, there's some puppies in the truck. Are they her puppies? And I'm like, yes, they are. So they released the puppies to me. And I'm like, oh my God, now I'm dying, holding these puppies. And I'm sending you and our boss lady, Angie, pictures. And Angie's like, bring me one. Do you get to keep them? And I'm like, I got to give them back. Like, they're just releasing them to me. Right. So the girl, they let her stand with me. They said, can she stand with you until her mom gets here? And I said, yes. So she comes and she stands with me. And she was like, I go, is that the owner of the truck? And she goes, yeah. And he's being a jerk. And I go, you stole his truck. I said, if you stole my Jeep, I would be a total B to you right now. He is being nice compared to what I would do, right? And she just looks at me and I go, what are you doing? I go, you are a good girl. You're beautiful. You're smart. Who are these people you're hanging out with? Do better than this. I know, Madden. Thank you. And she's crying. And I go, and who's this guy? And you cannot tell a teenage girl not to date somebody. They're just going to do it behind your back, right?
Yep.
I go, who is she? Goes, I thought you were my mom's friend. I go, you're right. I'm your mom's friend, not your friend. And I've been 15. You're making some poor decisions. Well, the cops were blah, blah, blah. And I go, you stole a truck. They wouldn't give me my puppies back because they wouldn't believe me. And I go, you're in a stolen vehicle. They thought the puppies, those are like 101 Dalmatians, Cruella. They thought you were stealing the puppies too. And she was like, you don't know him. And I go, I know that he put you in a stolen truck and you don't want that for yourself, right? Do you want that for yourself? And so a kid's mom wasn't there yet either. So then my friend comes and she gets her daughter. And later on in the evening, the daughter apologized and said thank you. Because I was like, you should be thanking me. Because of me, you're not being arrested right now. You're welcome. And then later her mom's like, she's mad at you because you put her in her place. I said, good. So I saw her later and I go, look, I love your mom. And what you did to her today was not okay. So you can be mad at me all you want. I don't care. I'm not mad at you, Madden. I'm like, okay. But that was my day with the police yesterday. So then the guy that this truck was stolen is like a town superstar because he had a terrible, tragic accident last year and his wife passed away and he's a single dad and these kids stole his work truck and then put regular fuel in a diesel engine.
Oh!
So I was asking her, I go, how did the cops show up? Were you just here and somebody, like, how did they show up? Like, why are they here? Like, she goes, we stopped to get gas and the pump wouldn't work, right? And I'm like, something doesn't add up. Was it a stolen credit card and it flagged somebody? And then I see AAA towing it out of there. And I look at her and I go, if he's the owner, why would they be towing this truck? And she goes, I don't know. Well, here's how I know, because I live in a town about this big, right? And by the time I got home, that stuff was all over the internet. Pictures of these kids, the stolen truck, the police. This dude posts a picture of the boy that stole it with his first and last name and was like, when you're 18, oh, we're having a conversation. Right? So then that's when he posts, and you idiots put regular fuel in a diesel pickup. And I went, that's where the tow truck came into play, because that engine is a goner. Goner. Boom. And that's why they got caught. They couldn't drive away. Does it happen that fast? I didn't realize it happens that fast. Like, I would assume if you put the wrong gas in it, like it would have to go through the engine before it broke it down. No,
because it runs. I think diesel is a much richer mixture, and so the motor runs super lean, and it's not designed for that. So
you know what? It's so funny, because even Victoria said it and Paul said it. This whole story, I could tell the sheriff, I could tell that the girl popped off, I could tell that they had puppies in the car. Every single time I go, they put regular gas in a diesel, everybody goes, no!
Right?
Like,
that's where we all land on this.
Yes!
We got two kids right now that need to get scared straight, right? We got two kids that need to go into a prison and see some inmates and figure out how to get their life back on track. But all the adults are like, yeah, but regular gasoline and a diesel? Are you kidding me? Are we dealing with savages here? I'm flummoxed.
Right. So there's something that happened afterwards that I'll tell you off of the air. My friend's watching this. She gave me permission to tell this story for anybody who might think I was, because I told you no, because you asked me yesterday if we could talk about it, and I said no. And then when I spoke with her later, she goes, absolutely, please just don't use our names. There was something that happened after that her and I can't stop laughing about, that you will laugh at. I'll tell you off the air, but if I say it here, other people watching might be offended by it.
Totally cool.
About the way the kid's family handled it. All right. Okay. I'm gonna message you right now.
My takeaway from that when I was listening to that was, because I know you've dated people like this, but like when you were having the conversation. No.
Okay.
Like when you were talking about, like, this guy put you in a stolen car, that's why you shouldn't be dating him. Like, we've all dated our fair share of people. Like, we shouldn't be dating those people. Me too. But like when you were telling me that story, all I could think was, I'll bet that I had been the subject of many conversations of, what are you doing dating that guy? You can do better.
I bet so too. Yeah. I know lots of men who've had that conversation. Why are you dating Madden? There was one guy, you know him, came after me hard. And I finally gave him a date, and he told me that he had like 3 women in his life go, don't date her. And I'm like, you should have listened. Yes, Victoria, that's what I said. Did you get my message with how his family handled it?
I did. I hope it works.
My friend and I were crying. We made about 1 million jokes about that last night, because she obviously had a rough day. So yeah. I came home and we had some wine together and excuse me, and all that stuff. She obviously had a rough day. And then we found that out. We were like in tears laughing at that situation. No, yeah, Victoria, that's what I said. The girl goes, they were rough with me when I tried to grab my dogs out of the car. And I go, you stole a truck. They're the police. Of course they were rough with you.
On a day like that, you quit, you go home, you get ready for bed, you have some tater tots and some sliced pears, and you say maybe tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. Like her day even got worse than that. So about other stuff too. So when I was crying to you about stuff yesterday, I came up to her and I go, no offense or anything, but like, my little baby heartbreak from this guy I've known for 5 seconds doesn't compare to half of your day. So we don't need to talk about me. Your first half of your day was still worse than my day, and your second half of your day was still worse than my day. So if your whole day together, we don't have to talk about any of my problems for like the next 6 months.
I have a question for you, and maybe this is a topic for another time, because you made me think of something here. when you're going through something fairly catastrophic, is it fair or okay to look at a friend and say, I know you got stuff going on right now too, but I think my stuff is bigger and I just don't want to hear your stuff right now?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. Well, I had a friend who was doing, and I handled it wrong, and I had to apologize to her. And I think I told you about it. And she wrote me, and I wrote her back, and I said, I can't deal with this right now.
Yeah.
Please stop. And
Yeah.
she was like, whoa. And the next day I said, I handled it wrong. I should have been nicer. She goes, I know you're going through some stuff too. I'm sorry I piled it on. And I go, okay, well, I'm now ready to, my mind is clear. I'm over my selfish problems. Let's go with yours. But I just couldn't do it yesterday. I'm sorry. And she said, I understand.
Yeah, you know, because I had a couple of, like, you really jogged my memory when you brought that up, because I had a couple of instances in these last like 4 or 5 months where I had a couple of people that I'm close to or that I know that like that I don't think we had disagreements, but we weren't necessarily seeing eye to eye or on the same page about things, you know. And I had a lot of stuff going on in my life, and so I was telling them, I was like, listen, as a friend, you're not doing what I'm looking for in a friend right now. I don't want to talk about what you have going on, and I don't really want to talk about what I have going on. I just like, you just got to leave me alone, right? Or like,
Yeah.
I'm just focused on this, and I'm being honest when I tell you that I don't really want to hear what you have going on because I don't have the space for it right now. And if you tell me, I'm not going to be of any help. I'm going to offend you because I'm not listening. And honestly, I have so much going on that I just don't want to hear it. And I'm being honest because I don't want you to waste your breath on me and tell me what you have going on. I want you to find somebody that can help you, because you're going to waste your breath on me right now.
And how did they handle it?
Not well.
What? Okay. Was it a man or a female?
Both. I got one that told me that they didn't think that it was fair because I wasn't giving them an opportunity to say what they needed to say. And I told that person, I said, I don't want to take that opportunity away from you. I'm just not in a good spot right now to receive it. It's just not a good spot. Give me a couple weeks. And that offended them. And then the other person was getting upset with me because it wasn't really coming around. And I said, I don't know how to tell you this without being offensive, but you've got stuff going on too. And I feel like my stuff right now for me is more important. So I'm being a little bit selfish, and I'm not listening to your things going on right now. And I'm not going to share what's going on with me because apparently you don't have the space for it either. I just don't have the space to process what you also have going on.
Yes, I understand that.
I felt like I was being responsible and adult and honest and open and transparent with that. And apparently I offended with that instead. And I don't like that one really got me. That one actually kind of like was like, I thought I was being honest. I thought that was like what you're supposed to do.
I appreciate that, because when I was going through my breakup, the last breakup, you were going through your divorce. And every time I'm like, you were going through so much, and you're like, but I'm still your friend, but I'm still your friend. But then when I didn't hear from you for 3 days, I was like, he's had enough of me. He has his own stuff going on, and I was never offended. I knew that you just needed your space, and you just did not need to hear about my damn problems right now because you had your own stuff going on. But you always return. You always return. So screw that friend, whoever it was. It wasn't me, was it?
No, not at all. Not at all.
You always, I can always tell when you've had enough. Like, girl, you were dating this guy 6 months. I'm going through a divorce. Shut up for a minute. But you always come back. You always come back, and you're a good friend. So that I think it was
like that. Yeah.
I think it was good of you to be honest. And this friend, I'll say Tylene, you know Tylene. She was going through it too. Like, her dad passed away, and like, I should have been a better. And I told her that. I go, you have been by my side through all of my garbage. I should have been nicer to you yesterday. I need to be here for you. I'm sorry. Now, I just wasn't in the mind space to put up with it yesterday, but we can talk now. And she's like, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I had a feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's different. It's different sets of conversations that we have as life changes and hits different milestones and does different things.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So have you spoken to that friend again? Like, have they forgiven you since?
I think,
dude,
I don't think anyone.
Divorce really makes you figure out who your friends are.
Well, yeah, not only that, but it really lets you know where, just in life in general, not the divorce itself, but it either, like, one of two things happens. You either find your voice and you tell people where your boundaries are, not because of the divorce, but because of the things that you're going through and the things you do or do not want to talk about. And you've got people that'll ask questions that you're close to that are not necessarily questions that they should be asking, right? And so you
Yeah.
find your voice for people that you're more comfortable with on setting boundaries and saying, this is what I'm okay with right now. And this is what I'm not okay with, Like that's the
Yeah.
growth, I think, that comes from it if you're willing to step into that.
You have, yeah, and you've grown so much. So if that friend still isn't around, then, but again, like I said, with divorce, whether they were her friend or your friend, you really figure, like, even I lost my own friends, like people who didn't even like my husband in my divorce. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
he did too. So you really figured out the ones who want to listen, the ones who want to help, and the ones who stick around even when you're a mess. And I appreciate you and respect you for telling that person that, because you didn't do that to me, and we've been friends a long time, so I just knew that you couldn't, you had no more headspace for me for
You
a
and
couple
I
days.
have conversations just like by looking at each other, though. That's different, like.
But if
Like,
you've
I
known
could
each
look
other
at
a
you in
long
the morning.
time.
Yeah, I could look at you in the morning and I can know, like, Madden's having a good morning, Madden's having a bad morning, vice versa. You could look at me and be like, well, there's a dude that didn't go to sleep until
Oh,
1
dude,
o'clock in
when
the
you
morning.
were quitting smoking, that was the
Yeah.
only time I couldn't tell. I was like, are you mad at me or the cigarettes? The cigarettes, just give me a minute. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, man.
As
Hey,
long as
kids,
you ain't
don't
mad
smoke.
at me. And you,
Don't
and then
smoke,
as
kids.
soon, and by the next day when you're fine, you come in and apologize every time. I'm sorry. And I'm like, dude, hey, you don't have to apologize. You told me right away it was the cigarettes. I'm cool. I'll be over quiet in the corner until you get past your mood swing. We're good here. You know what I mean? We just know each other like that, though.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that there's this growth period. I think you hit it
Yes,
way
for
before
sure.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
When you moved up to Murphy's and kind of did your own thing up there. I think you hit this growth period where it's like it's not anger and it's not frustration. It's a chance to, you know what it is? This whole thing is like getting a new bank card. It's like getting a new ATM card, right? Where you have all these subscriptions, all these things that come out $2, $3 a month. You don't know where it's coming from, but it adds up to like $60, $70 a month, like between Hulu and Netflix and other little things that you subscribe to. Your bank card gets lost or stolen, and then you got to get a new one, and then you get to reevaluate. Do I want to re-sign up for that subscription, or is that a $3 subscription I'm glad kind of went away?
Yeah, sometimes every couple of years, I call them and say my stuff was stolen, and have them send all new stuff so that I could just reset.
You just reset. So
do you think you've hit reset?
A little bit. I mean, like with the disc golf community, like I didn't think that was going to take off like it did. I thought that was going to be just a thing that I went out and did on my own. But I've got like a whole set of like friends out there that like I could just talk to, you know, and that's,
and you do. And
for me,
I remember one of my old friends saying to me, enjoy your new friends. And I'm like, yo, these were all the ones that were here for me when I was going through my divorce. Where were you?
Sure.
Where were you? You can call them my new friends. They're new to you, but they're not my new friends. They've been here for me through one of the worst years of my life.
But it's interesting to it's just all new and different. And you learn a lot more about yourself, like some of the things that you want to change in that, like we do this radio show, right? And we go do stuff on stage at the fair, and we have a good time, and we're like we love what we do. But for me, I don't know about you, for me, when we do the stream or we do the show, this is me. Like, this is who I am, and you know that this is genuinely us.
This is who we are. Like, literally,
I also have
like there's. You also what?
Like I have a switch though. Like talking back and forth and doing this without any anxiety and feeling totally comfortable is different than when I go out and meet with friends that I don't know very well. Same me, same jokes, same everything, except I clam up and you have to invite me to come because I'm too afraid to ask you because I think that you're going to say no. We don't want a third person coming along. And I found in this,
you've always been like that. That's why you need to be invited to weddings you don't want to go to.
I'm very shy. I'm incredibly shy outside of being on the air. But once I'm not shy, all of this is exactly who I am. And all of that is exactly who you are.
Yes.
I'm just very shy.
And and you are. And there are things about us that people don't know. Like when we do, you mentioned fair, when we're doing the fair and I'm getting overwhelmed with too many people up in our face, you immediately, you know me better than anybody. She's had enough. I'm going to go ahead and step in here and take the lead because she's totally hyperventilating. And that's one thing, as open and public as we are, crowds up in my face all the time. Like I need to breathe a minute, and then I can return.
And we're so opposite because crowds up in my face is where I thrive.
You thrive. You are so. And our boss lady will tell everybody until she's blue in the face. Nobody is better at shaking hands than this dude right here. Nobody. My ex-husband's pretty good. You two together, you two together work a room.
But I think that's where we have.
But when I've had too much, I've had too much.
We thrive where the others do not. Right? Like where I lack, you pick up. Where you lack, I pick up. It goes like that. It's awesome. You have all the attitude and the sass and excuse my language, balls to say things that I'm never even going to kind of consider saying to somebody.
My friend yesterday watched our live.
Right?
Yeah, our friend yesterday. My friend watched our live stream yesterday, and he's laughing on the phone. He can't even talk. I go, wait. He goes, "You were on that live stream telling the guy, shut up, Jeremy, shut up." He goes, "I was dying."
I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to do that. Right?
Yeah.
Never. I'm never going to do that.
I'm a little salty. Jeremy. It's fine. And we know Jeremy. We love Jeremy. I'm a little salty. It's fine. It's fine.
But see, that's where you pick up where I lack. If you're salty, you're okay with showing that, and it works. It works really well. When I'm salty, I'm not okay showing it because I get in my head, and I don't think that it's going to work. It works. So you do that, and you pick up where I can't do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's awesome.
And I've been like I have my buddy, my favorite bartender down at the bar. This guy when guys come up and hit on me and he can tell that I'm not interested, and he just stands there and watches. He's like, "This is gonna be fun." Because I just run my mouth the whole time. And then they stick around. I'm like, I'm actually this bitchy. Like, why are you still here? Like, I am actually this terrible person.
But you know where you don't run your mouth? You'll run your mouth all the way up until it gets uncomfortable and we don't know the person and it's time to mess with them.
And that's where you step in.
And then I get to do the uncomfortable stuff where you walk away because you don't want to hear it.
I can't hear it. I can't even hear you do a prank phone call. I can't even listen to you talk to when they call us and you're just messing with them.
Oh my God, I've got this collections company right now calling for somebody named Susan. I'm not even kidding you, right? They've been calling every day on my house phone now for like every other couple of days. So I get on there, I'm like, "Hello, I can't get Susan. She keeps me down in the basement."
Oh my goodness.
They can't hang up right away. So they've been calling every other day looking for Susan, and every other day I've been like, "Did you get a hold of her? Because I'm thirsty. Please, I'm so lonely."
How bored are you? I just send them to voicemail. I wouldn't even check the voicemail to know that they're looking for Susan.
Well, it's on my home phone, so my caller ID comes up on my TV.
I swear to you, I think somebody sold my phone number because I am getting like 100 spam calls a day, and my email is full of like enlargement email. Like somebody messed with me.
I do that all the time to people. I sign people up for emails and telemarketer calls. Like if they cross me, I will sign them up for stuff.
Was this you? Did you do this?
No, I promise it was not. I promise it was not me. If I did, I would tell you. I would never do that to you because it's an incredible annoyance. I haven't done it in years.
Hey, I'm live. Okay, but, I gotta go.
Yeah.
My daughter's promotion is in 15 minutes and I don't even have makeup on. So I'm gonna go. We gotta jump on the air and finish up our show. And then I have to go to my daughter's promotion.
Hey, have fun at that 5th grade graduation. 6th grade graduation is a little bit longer than 5th grade graduation. So we'll check in next year. It's going to be 101 today.
I know. And she's going to go tour her school. She's not even going to next year.
Well, just to, know where her friends are.
All right, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.